Most of the tools on which competition law typically relies assume one-sidedness. So they're not very well suited to capture the complex dynamics and the cross dependencies and the cross responses that are inherent to multi-sided markets. So that's why I was saying that this takes us out of the comfort zone. I think there are judgments both from the European courts as well as from national courts that acknowledge that failing to consider multi-sidedness contaminates the competition law analysis. You see that in cases like carte bancaire at the EU level, but also in national cases like Botan, like MasterCard, or like strip maps. This affects every single step of the competition analysis, from market definition to the analysis of every conduct, to efficiencies, entry, etc. I do not think there's a need to change competition law to apply it to multi-sided markets. I think, on the contrary, these markets raise the same issues that we've always struggled to deal with under competition law, only in a different, much larger scale. So in many ways, what these multi-sided markets do is show us or remind us that the tools on which we typically rely are imperfect, that they're just proxies, and that they are not accurate, and this regardless of multi-sidedness. Calls for competition law to consider goals that are alien to it have always existed. Competition law is a powerful hammer, and therefore many people want to use it for many different sorts of nails. So I think sometimes you can use competition law to tackle problems that may be problematic in other dimensions. I see no problem with that. We've seen that with liberalization of energy markets, for instance, and we see that in many other markets. One thing is to prioritize industries and solve other problems through competition law. Now, in my view, the problem comes when you want to fix things that are really alien to what competition law is about. So when we try, for instance, to factor in privacy elements, what we're doing is try to fill a regulatory void in privacy law. The problem I say with this is that there are things far too important to be left to competition lawyers and to competition authorities.